flag comes down at the end of the workday or before sunset. This is one place of many where the national colors fly 24 hours a day.
Our Constitution, it calls for a system of checks and balances, 3 equal and independent branches of government. The hope is that, it's a system of competing ambitions that will make sure that no one person or one branch of government ever gets too much power. So the 3 branches are the legislative branch that's housed here in the Capitol. We have the executive branch down there at the White House, and then the judicial branch over here with the Supreme Court. So the legislative branch is made up of 2 houses. You have the House of Representatives, and that is based on population. So each one of our states is divided into districts based on the population. Each one of those districts gets 1 representative to the House. When bills are introduced regarding taxes and spending, they have to start in the House of Representatives. The Senate, and that is not based on population. Every state, no matter its size, gets 2 senators sent to the Senate. And so current day we have 100 senators. Current day we have 435 House members. So down the street you have the White House, is the executive branch. It's headed by the president. He has to run for re-election every 4 years, limited to 2 terms in office. The original residents of the Capitol were not just the House and the Senate, but also the courts of the District of Columbia, the Library of Congress, and the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court was actually in the basement of the Capitol for over 130 years. Okay, so here we are at the Supreme Court of the United States. It was actually completed in 1935. He's Cass Gilbert. He wanted the finest Italian marble to decorate the interior of the courtroom. He put the word out to Italy. A certain guy by the name of Benito Mussolini got the word. And so fascist dictator Mussolini handpicked all of the marble that decorates the interior of the courtroom of the United States, the Supreme Court of the United States. Okay, so now if you guys look at this, it is a depiction of the person in the middle that is meant to be Liberty enthroned, that female figure. On either side of her, you have order and authority. So order and authority defend liberty. And then the one all the way on the left, that's meant to be research present. That's supposed to be William Howard Taft. The one all the way on the right is research past. That was an earlier justice named Hughes. And then in between them, you have counsel, where he decided to put himself and Cass Gilbert, the architect, and a couple of guys, senators, who were instrumental in creating the Commission on Fine Arts. So. Alright, we are about to go into the Library of Congress. We're going through security, so any metal, bags, or electronics should go into the X-ray machine. It was over 50 different artists, architects, painters, sculptors that all came together to create this. So the Library of Congress itself, that was created in 1800. It's the oldest government cultural institution in America. The modern mission of the library, which was to be this universal library that would collect all the information, all of the knowledge of all of the world in one place and make it accessible to everyone. Kind of considered like the attic of the world or the memory of the world. You see names everywhere. And these are names of, again, great thinkers in their fields of study. This is meant to be the goddess Minerva, the goddess of wisdom. When people walked in here, this was the first building in D.C. to be wired for electricity while it was being built. So that was a pretty big deal. You got the gold leaf up there, painting the ceiling. And then you look all the way up at the top, you can see kind of this silver leaf painted around the skylight. That's actually not silver, it's a much more precious metal, aluminum. I know, you're like, what? I brought my old sandwiches and see these cute babies? So these are called putti. That comes from Italian Renaissance art, putti. These children are each depicted in a different profession. And the first one you see is holding the gear, that's our mechanic baby. This is like the cusp of the Industrial Revolution. And then we have the second one holding a rabbit. That's not a magician. That is a hunter. He's got a rifle behind his back. The third one, that is, you guys notice he's about to fall over? That's our bacchanalian, also known as a winemaker. Yeah, a little tipsy up there. And then the last one is holding a bushel of wheat. That is our farmer. One of the coolest ones, I think, if you look all the way over there, the second one to the top, See the little baby holding this little contraption to his ear? Yeah. That is Alexander Graham Bell's brand new invention, the telephone. Wow. So meant to be Asia, the one on the right is meant to be Europe. These are kind of the old world, they have their hand on their piece of the globe. You look over here, you can see Africa on the right, and then on the left is America. Now you notice that America is depicted by an indigenous child, and you notice that's the only child that does not have his hand on the globe, right? He's looking out westward. Carving there is called the student. So the one on the left is a young man studying, the one on the right is an older man studying and contemplating. So that's meant to remind us that learning is a lifelong pursuit. So the light is also meant to depict knowledge, the pursuit of knowledge, enlightenment. So the light on top of the building is called the light of knowledge.
Aristoteles. So here we're looking at the 4 stages of life. The first one was seed, the second is bloom, the third is fruit, and then the last one is decay.
Weirdo.
So we got to go to the Longworth building, and our congressman is on the 7th floor of the Longworth building, if we want to.
Is it in slow-mo? Okay, no. So we made it to the Capitol, and we didn't have to wait in line because we're with DC tour by foot. Show me your map. Show me your map. That's how you're going to read it on the metro?
You can easily see everything.
Yeah, it's because it's the large print.
You can't see this little one. Look at that.
Yeah, you can.
No, that's the best.
Into the belly of the beast. At least it's a peaceful protest.